Michelle, you're on the sharp end of all of this as a business person. What are you looking for from the budget?
Well, I think that there seems to be often a quite anti-business narrative in this country, which I strongly disagree with. We're talking about capitalism being a bad thing and all the rest of it. Again, I disagree with that. But when you look at the makeup of the businesses, mostly they're SMEs, particularly they're non-employing SMEs.
So an SME, you should explain, but
sorry,
small and medium-sized
Yeah,
business.
sorry, less than 250 employees.
Yeah.
Now, there's lots of conversations around things like IR35, the loan charge, 2019 loan charge, things like this, which really have the possibility of deeply affecting people's lives. So these are tax setups, if you like, for want of a better word, that people have entered into legally, that now, for example, if you look at the 2019 loan charge, they're talking about it's a retrospective tax going back 20 years.
And there's lots of businesses which people are telling us they'll be made bankrupt if this goes ahead, and people even threaten to kill themselves. It's a big issue out there.
It's a huge issue, but even going through the newspapers, I've struggled to actually find it referenced. But for SMEs, for sole traders, self-employed, etc., this is a massive issue. And then obviously you've got things like the business rates. We talk about that. We've been talking about that for a very long time. And now is the time for some action to actually equalise and level out the playing field so that people can compete properly.
Can I ask you about one other issue which is really getting people upset at the moment, which is the retrospective grabbing of people for tax who thought that they were engaging in entirely legal tax avoidance schemes over the mostly self-employed people or small businesses, and the Treasury is now retrospectively going after them, in some cases for sums that will bankrupt their businesses or bankrupt their households, and people are even talking about committing suicide as a result. Are you looking again at this?
Well, look, people have to pay the tax that is due, and I don't know what specific schemes you're referring to, but the loan scheme, disguised remuneration, disguised as loans, was always illegal tax avoidance. We've always been very clear about that. There's never been any doubt about it. And people should have known that what they were doing was unlawful. Taking money out of a business,
but at the time
pretending it's a loan,
lawful,
paying no tax on it, and having no intention of ever repaying it. That is unfair, and when somebody does something like that, it means that all the rest of us have to pay more tax to keep our public services going.
I don't dissent from that at all, but they say that at the time they were told that this was a completely lawful scheme and that they are law-abiding people.
In some cases, advisors will have given people completely accept that, and HMRC is always willing to sit down with taxpayers who want to correct their tax position and work out a plan to do it in a way that is manageable over time. So HMRC will deal with individual taxpayers and will always try to find a compromise.